Today we will learn to make stories with the sentences we have learned before.
The secret of the seed. Once upon a time, in a peaceful kingdom surrounded by green valleys and shining rivers, there lived a wise and gentle king. His people loved him because he ruled with fairness and kindness. But as the years passed, the king grew old, and he had no child to inherit his throne. One evening, as he stood on his palace balcony watching the sunset, he thought deeply. My people deserve an honest ruler. Not the strongest, not the richest, but the most truthful. The next morning, the king made an announcement across the kingdom. All children must come to the palace tomorrow. I will give each of you a seed. Care for it and return with your plant after 1 year. The one with the best plant will be the next king or queen. Children from every village came, full of excitement. Among them was a humble boy named Arun, the son of a poor farmer. His clothes were simple, but his heart was pure. The king smiled as he handed a small seed to Arun. Take care of it well, my child, he said. Arun bowed and went home, holding the seed as if it were treasure. When he reached home, he filled a clay pot with rich soil, planted the seed, and watered it gently. Every morning he placed it in sunlight. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months, but no sprout appeared. Arun's friends laughed at him. Your seed must be dead, Arun, they teased. But Arun didn't stop. He said softly, the king gave it to me. I'll keep caring for it until the end. He changed the soil, added compost, and kept watering it with hope. Yet nothing happened. His pot stayed empty. After 1 whole year, the king called everyone back to the palace. The children arrived proudly with pots full of colorful flowers and green plants. Some even decorated their pots with ribbons. Arun felt nervous. He didn't want to go with his empty pot. But his mother said kindly, my son, you did your best and stayed honest. Go and show the king your effort. So Arun walked to the palace, his head low but his heart clear. When the king saw all the plants, he was pleased. But when his eyes fell on Arun, standing quietly with an empty pot, he became curious. My child, said the king, why have you brought me an empty pot? Arun bowed and replied, Your Majesty, I planted the seed you gave me. I watered it every day and took good care of it. But it never grew. I don't know why, but I did not change the seed. The hall grew silent. All eyes turned to Arun. The king smiled gently, then stood and said in a loud voice, Everyone listen, the seeds I gave you last year were boiled, they could never grow. Yet all of you replaced them with new ones and brought plants that were not born from honesty. Only this boy, Arun, kept his faith and his truth. He took off his crown and placed it on Arun's head. This boy shall be the next king, for he is honest and brave enough to tell the truth. The crowd cheered, and tears filled Arun's eyes. The poor farmer's son had become the chosen king, not because of wealth or power, but because of honesty. From that day on, King Arun ruled the kingdom with truth, kindness, and fairness. Under his rule, the land flourished, and the people lived happily ever after. Moral: honesty may not make you rich, but it will always make you respected and trusted.